We started off, the three of us here, Karen and Cheryl and I all made the BB-8. The quilt could be made in two parts. You could make just the droid from Star Wars, BB-8, or you could do the droid and then Rey, who is the female Jedi character. And the woman who designed it, Sam Hunter, designed it because at the time the movie came out, they made no toys. There was very few toys that had Rey in it. And I loved it. I loved that here's this powerful woman, and you know, everybody wanted to make the cute droid, but I wanted them together because they spend the time together in the movie.
The great thing about Scott is that he is making quilts and he works really hard at it, and then we encourage him and we help him and we help you know, with anything he needs, just like most of our customers and students. But what he does is he makes these quilts and then he gives them away, and part of that thing is, you know, feeling that wrap around, like Scott, whenever Scott's done with the quilt, he wraps it around himself, and I think that's really what it is that comfort, that sense of security. You can also think about the person who's receiving the quilt in every stitch, and that's really a nice feeling. It's a really selfless act of giving something to somebody who needs it, and if Scott can do that for people, that's what he does, and he just donates that.
It's a quilter thing to like sort of make the same project at the same time. I think that it's kind of fun to watch to see how everybody does it and what they do with it, because the piecing, they all look the same, but it's the quilting after the fact that brings out different things. In fact, that's why I had Frank Palmer quilt mine, because I liked it so much I wanted it to really turn out great. So I sent it to Florida and Frank quilted the heck out of it, and now he actually lives here. He didn't live here at the time, but so sometimes that's the only quilt I've ever had someone else do the quilting on, and it was just fun to like let it go and see what happened.
We have a huge quilting community because in the winter it's so cold and it's so dark, and people need to keep their hands busy, even if it's handwork, you know, where they're sitting on the couch at night just doing handwork, or they're actually coming into the studio and working on a machine. There's something that feels really powerful, to like a therapy to the soul about making something, and it's an art form that is old, like, you know, 200 years old, and it's so nice to lean towards the modern side of quilting, and you see a lot of modern quilts here because there's no rules, and in modern quilting, and Scott's really a modern quilter, modern quilting, there's no quilt police, there's no rules, it's all interpretive. You don't really have to be tied down with seam allowances, and a lot of things are just listening to your gut and making a quilt, and that's really freeing.
I feel like it should go to a young girl or boy that really wants it, or is that really excited about it. So yeah, I just feel great just giving it away and just letting see what happens.